Good morning to all the viewers, to those who are watching this video, and I, Ramanpreet Kaur, welcome you all to my YouTube channel. And today in this video, we will discuss about migration, which is a serious problem nowadays. So in this video today, we will discuss about its positive impacts, its negative impacts, and the kinds of migration and everything in detail. So without wasting our time, let's begin our video. So first we should know what is the migration. The human migration denotes any movement by human beings between one geographical region to another with our aim to settle definitely or temporarily, right? Means human beings are the movement of human beings from the one geographical region to another geographical region in order to settle down there or to work there. Either it's the permanent settlement or the temporary settlement. This is called the migration. And from the ancient times, this migration is taking place as the earliest human beings lives in the Africa, but later they migrated from one place to another, settled over there, then again they migrated from that particular place to another, and finally they almost settled over all the planet, and this is just because of the migration. So millions of agricultural workers left the countryside, and they reached to the other sides of the country to work there in order to gain money to support the livelihood of their families, as well as to solve the economic issues of their families. Or some of the people migrated just because of they got married, as the girls got married from one place to another, so they got migrated, and all these things are the kind of migrations. Migration is basically of two type. The first one is the international migration and other one is internal migration. So first we will study international migration in detail, then later we will proceed to the internal migration. So the movement of population from one country to another country across the international borders, right? So that is called the international migration. As the name is indicating, international means between the two countries, right? When a person is moving from the one country to another country, means a person is crossing a international border, so we call that migration as the international migration. International migration is also of the two types. The first one is the immigration and the second one is the emigration, right? So immigration means a person is moving from its own country to from the home country to the other country, and they are called the immigrants. It starts with I, whereas when a person is returning from the other country to the home country, they are that is considered as a emigration, and that particular person or the migrant are considered as emigrants, right? So this movement or the migration across the international border was very common. So earlier in the it started in the 18th century only, and it certainly increases in the 19th century as the people move from their home countries to the countries like the Mauritius, Burma, Sri Lanka, Guinea, Thailand, South Africa and East Africa in order to work there as laborers, and later they settled over there. And also the biggest migration of the people or the population across the international border was when the India and Pakistan get separated, right? Means earlier both India and Pakistan was one country, but later at the time of the partition, so around 15 million people were supposed or estimated that they crossed the international border that time, and this is one of the major immigration or the migration of the people across the international border till now. Around in 1970s, the well educated and the qualified, skillful professional people started moving from their home countries to the well developed countries in order to gain the stability, to gain the good amount of money for their work, and to have the better livelihood for themselves as well as for their family members. So this was considered, this movement of the people, this migration was considered as the brain drain. So brain drain is the migration of the people who are educated and the skillful professionals from their home country to the another developed countries, and this is one of the very serious issue for the developing countries, as the developing countries are actually putting efforts and they are taking care of the health as well as the educational expenditures of their youth, and later once they get professionals, they migrate from their home countries to the developed countries, and as a result they the home country is spending money for their livelihood earlier, but when once they are ready to pay back, they move to another countries and they give benefit to the other countries instead of giving it to their own country. As a result, the developing countries are leaving far behind than the developed countries. So moving to the internal migration, it is a type of migration in which the people move within their own country, but they move from the one geographical area to the another within the countryside. They are not leaving their own country. So it could be the rural to rural, rural to urban, urban to urban, as well as urban to rural, right? So if they are moving rural to rural, so they are moving in search of the work, as during this particular season the people are migrating from their own rural area to the another in search of the work and all, right? So if they are moving from rural to urban, so the push or the pull factor is there, means they are not getting good livelihood in the rural area, so that's why in search of the work and the better livelihood they are moving to the urban places. If they are moving to urban means for they are moving from the small towns to the metro cities like the Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata, so in search of the better facilities, right? So if they are moving from urban to rural, in this case means they are not getting the proper employment in the cities, or they are facing the problem over congestion, so cost they cannot bear of the livelihood over there, so that's why they move from the urban area to the rural area. Coming to the causes of migration, that why people are leaving their own houses, their own family members, and moving to the another cities. The first biggest point or biggest cause of this is the economic factor, as in the rural area or in the small towns they are not getting as much as money for their work, so that they provide the good livelihood to their family members. So in search of the better work and also the better money, for the good amount of money, they move from the one place to another, so in order to provide the better livelihood to their own family members. So second one is the marriage. This is very common in case of the girls, as the girls need to migrate to their in-laws house after the marriage. So the third one is the education. The children of the rural areas are going to the cities or the other countries wherever they are going in order to get the education, and later they get settled over there only to if they are getting the better opportunities. So the last one is the lack of security, and you must have seen this, that there are many parts of our country even, and also in the other states also, which are having the political issues are going over there. For example, Jammu and Kashmir, Assam is there. So the people are migrating in search of the security. They are migrating from their own home states to the another states to get the security to survive. Is what are the impacts of migration, how migration is affecting the particular part. So first is the demographic consequences, that it is creating the imbalance in the distribution of the population of the country. For example, there are certain areas which are facing the drought, or which are not having the good climatic conditions over there, so people are migrating from that particular part to the another parts. Okay, so example here we can take is that the people in search of the good work and the good livelihood are moving to the metro cities like the Mumbai, Delhi, and there they are not getting the proper space even to live. As a result, they are living in the slum areas. Means in the metro cities the population is too overloaded, as well as there are certain areas which are having the very less population, right? So second point is the social consequences, the migration of the people. Now the people, those who are migrating, they are having their own beliefs, their own culture system they used to follow. So earlier also it has seen that the when the migration took place, that the people used to follow the culture, and as a result the mixed culture comes out, but it also lead to some sort of the cultural conflicts among the people, which is actually dangerous, right? And the third one is the economic consequences. If the migration of the people taking place, especially across the international borders and all, then the people are actually going to the other cities and the other countries, and the other countries are getting benefited over there because they are getting the good laborers. But in case they are facing the unemployment of their own country people, and also their natural resources are devastated on a very good speed, right? So I hope that this topic is clear now. So in this video we learn about some of the very important facts, that is a brain drain. We have studied the causes of migration, impact of migration, what is migration, and the type of migrations also. So I hope that you liked it. If you have any further queries related to this, you can ask in the comment section, and do comment that how do you like this video or not. So thank you for watching. God bless you all.